It's so easy to get caught up in life. You have to juggle staff, patients, family, and overhead, as well as grow your practice at the same time. Yikes. Because the objective is to set up your cosmetic practice as a business so it's more profitable, more enjoyable to go to every day, and it frees up your valuable time so you have more of it to spend doing what you like to do with the people you most enjoy being with. Now, the alternative is to ignore the business side, create a job for yourself, and then walk away empty-handed when you can't or don't want to do it anymore. Now, you already mastered surgery, so now let's master the business side of surgery. That is what catapults you to success and a more certain future. Now, there are 4 strategies you want to focus on to grow a practice you're proud of. First, build a business mindset. Now, as a surgeon, you were programmed to think in a certain fixed way. You had to think that way to become a great surgeon. However, that same thinking is the opposite of how a business person thinks. For example, now you most likely put more value on you as a surgeon versus growing your staff and your systems, and you work in your practice rather than work on your practice. Now, Michael Gerber explains it well in his excellent book, E-Myth, Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It. Basically, he says to run a successful business or practice, you need 3 key players. You need the entrepreneur to come up with new ideas to keep up with the times. You need the manager to set up the processes and people so things run smoothly. But then you need the technician to actually do the key work that makes a profit. So in a cosmetic practice, you, the surgeon, are the technician. But you're also juggling the jobs of the entrepreneur and the manager, and that takes way different skill sets. That's not a good use of your time, and it will not get you to your financial goals. So we're going to change that up for you because when you set up systems, you and your staff get clarity. And when you remove the complexity, results happen because money is made in the processes. Here's the first big mindset shift. Operate your practice like it's for sale. Now, this starts by regularly asking and answering these particular questions. If I wanted to sell my practice tomorrow, what would I need to improve to get the most value for it? Or if I wanted to buy an existing practice, what would I be looking for and be willing to invest in? Now, here's number 2. Build a rock-solid team. Hiring the right team for your practice will be your biggest challenge, but also your greatest asset because it's all about the who. What typically happens is surgeons want to fix the staffing problem quickly. So when a staff person leaves, you have a tendency to hire fast to fill the position. But then you have to deal with bad hires who don't fit your values or your culture. And you know all too well what bad hires cost you. You can't rely on them. They're adding stress to your day and maybe even your nights when you're trying to sleep. They have a negative impact on you, your other staff, and your reviews. And did you know a bad hire costs at least 15 times their salary and lost productivity? Yikes. The solution is to hire slow and fire fast. Now take more time at the beginning to choose the right team players so you save a lot of time and grief at the end trying to deal with a toxic staff person who's just not cutting it. And then be sure you have the right people doing the right jobs. There's another saying in business: get the right people on the bus, then get them in the right seats. For example, certain staff should be on the front lines because they have excellent people skills, and other staff have more analytical skills and are better suited behind the scenes. And here's another mind shift change. It's time to view staff as an asset versus a liability. They are your secret practice building weapon in a competitive marketplace when it comes to patient relations, since they spend more time with your patients than you're ever going to. Now, staff can make or break your cosmetic practice, so please be sure you have the right people representing you. They are your leverage. You can't do it all alone, nor should you want to. When you hire the right people, give them the right tools, and hold them accountable, they handle the majority of the practice so you don't have to. Now, regarding pay and perks, don't overpay on the hire. They must prove themselves first. I would give them a 30 to a 90-day probationary period so they can eliminate themselves if this is not a good fit after all, and you can free them without much hassle if you don't see them fitting in. And then be sure they understand all the perks they will get and list them in detail so they can see it's not just their salary involved, but all these other perks that really add up, such as health insurance, profit sharing, half-day Fridays, complimentary non-surgical treatments, free training, and so on. Now, regarding bonuses, your team should win as a team and then celebrate as a team, since you want to create an environment where they all work together to achieve your goals. So define your goals for the week, month, or year, attach a carrot, and then let your team work together to achieve the goal and share in the bonus. By the way, staff doesn't stay with you just for the money. They also need acknowledgement, since 70% of employees leave a job because they didn't feel appreciated. They need a fun work environment, camaraderie, clarity, stress-free atmosphere. So the goal is to build a culture of like-minded people who have your back, love aesthetics, and they love coming to work and giving it their all for the good of the practice. Now, you want to strategically market your practice. This quote says it all and should be your mantra from this day forward. The key to success is not doing more. It's doing more of what works. Please don't take that lightly. I watch so many practices go from one shiny object to the next, hoping that will solve their problems. They throw money at all sorts of internet, advertising, and marketing companies who promise them the world, but then don't deliver, and now they don't trust anybody and they're skeptical. Now, let me give you another easier way to figure this out. Be strategic by focusing on the 7 key ways you grow a cosmetic practice, and those are an increase of number of leads, the increase in the number of appointments, increase the number of consultations, increase the number of conversions from those consultations, increase the number of returns, referrals, and reviews. Here's the point. You may be focused on the wrong things, such as just more new leads. Please remember, leads are only one part of it. That means a lead is just a lead until you get them through your processes to a yes. Otherwise, it's a dead lead going nowhere, which means you're just burning money on lead generation and not conversion or retention. Now, before you invest in any more new patient attraction shiny objects, plug up the holes in your systems that are costing you a silent fortune. That's where you'll see new profits more quickly and easily. Now, as Peter Drucker, the guru of business, said quite succinctly, the purpose of business is to create and keep a customer. It's quality over quantity, which means you do less but get a better result because you slow down and you get good at the fundamentals. And the last one is leadership concepts to learn. Now, you know you're doing a good job leading when your practice is running smoothly and your staff is working well together. You have peace of mind, it's running like a well-oiled machine, with or without you there. However, if you feel frustrated, like you have to do everything yourself, or you feel the need to micromanage to ensure what you think is getting done is actually getting done, that's a red flag. Because if you feel like nobody cares about your practice like you do, that could mean you did not perhaps hire the right people, give them the right tools they need to succeed, and or you're not holding them accountable. The reality is you simply cannot build a successful practice by yourself. You've got to have a team supporting you. Become a student of leadership, since a leader is not born. Like anything else in life, you become a great leader when from learning and doing and practicing and getting good at it, just like you did to become a great surgeon. So start with your vision. Know thyself. Are you building an empire or a lifestyle? Do you want to be the busiest, the cheapest, the highest end, a luxury boutique? You need to know that because it will affect every decision you make. Then be sure the staff knows your vision, so they perform at a high level because they have clarity and they know the end result you're striving for. Now, a good leader gives the staff solid goals they can work towards and have something to strive for that is concrete. A good leader meets with the team, listens and gets feedback from the team, and lets them brainstorm how they will meet the goals. A good leader then holds them accountable without micromanaging.